False teeth may once have been made from wood, but today dentists are using the same material they use to make heat shields for the space shuttle. Traditional crowns were made of metal covered in a white ceramic, but this covering can wear away, revealing the metal inside. However, zirconium oxide offers a metal-free alternative. It's immensely powerful stuff and has been used to make heat shields for the space shuttle. The first thing the dentist has to do is anesthetize the patient. He'll then attach a device that looks like something out of an astronaut training program. It measures the angle of the patient's bite. If you're afraid of dentists, look away now. Using that high-powered saw they all seem to love so much, he cuts through the old crown to remove it. The metal peg beneath needs to come out as well. Then, to fit the new crown, the old spaces have to be prepared. You wouldn't have seen this before, unless you were a dentist of course, but using a UV light-sensitive paste, he builds up new anchor points. The next stage is quite high-tech, but it's only a cosmetic process. Using a laser, the dentist will cut away excessive gum flesh to balance out the teeth. The laser cauterizes the flesh so there's no risk of bleeding or infection, and it even comes with its own little hoover to suck up all the spare bits. Now the dentist can make the new crowns. First, a plaster cast is taken of the teeth. This will help the dentist fashion the new crowns so they fit perfectly. And because no one likes to look like they're wearing false teeth, the dentist also checks the color of the real teeth. This is so the new ones match. The patient will then be fitted with some temporary implants until her new crowns are ready. The mold is filled with plaster to create a realistic model of the teeth and the gaps that must be filled. When it's dried, the two sides are tested once again to line up the new crowns. Tiny adjustments are the difference between uncomfortable dentures and the perfect bite. With the plaster cast in place, it's now time to make each crown. The dentist uses wax because it's easiest to manipulate. In many ways, this kind of work is more like sculpture than dentistry. She'll use different shades of wax to create a model that looks as close as possible to a tooth. This makes it easier for her to see what she's doing. Next, the sculptor will fit it to this machine, which is the heart of the process. Taking a zirconium oxide blank, she'll fit the model to one side and the blank to the other. First, the machine will scan the model. This tells the drill on the other side where and how to cut the blank down. Like tooth enamel, zirconium oxide will resist the bacteria in saliva, but again, like tooth enamel, the drill can cut through it easily. The next stage is the oven. At 1350 degrees Celsius, it hardens the crown, but it also shrinks it by about 30%. The dentist knew this was going to happen, so what emerges should fit perfectly onto the model. With the crown completed, you would think that that would be it. But if you put that brilliant white replacement into the patient's mouth, it wouldn't look natural. It's time to add the color so it will match her other teeth. It may look like the dentist is having a laugh using pink and blue paint, but this is because of the heating process. When these two pigments are combined and then cooked, they take on a toothy color. So, using the plaster cast model, the dentist has worked out the spaces for the new crowns, created wax models, and then made new teeth using ceramics and her paint box. All that remains now is for the patient to try them out. The crowns are firmly attached and tested for that perfect bite. And of course, the final test is the mirror. Ideally, the patient shouldn't be able to see any difference between her high-tech crowns and her own teeth. So, although these crowns will never see the stars, they'll certainly help a nibble on a bar of galaxy.